Hey, how's it hanging, everyone? MMA Rituals reporting in, and today I'll be breaking down Kenny Okoye's recent video about UFC newcomer Magomed Zaynukov, otherwise known as John Pork. Everybody loves John Pork. I mean, we all saw him on the Contender Series, right? Now, I'm sure if you're like me and you watch the Contender Series every week, you were thinking, how does this guy actually do when he gets into the UFC and makes his debut? Now, with Mr. Pork, there's not too many questions. He looked remarkable. He landed an all-time lightweight strike record in a 3-rounder against Lucas Caldas, also a striker. Now, Zaynukov looked so impressive that it tricked a lot of people into thinking he's immediately going to jump into the UFC and just destroy everybody. People like Kenny Okoye, who saw his performance and went straight to glazing the guy. Now, there's lots to glaze, don't get me wrong. He trains with Team Habib. He's Islam Makhachev's striking coach. Obviously, that means he's legit. But there's something that not a lot of people know. So, Zaynukov got his start as a Muay Thai and kickboxing fighter, not an MMA fighter. He accumulated a record of 18 wins and 3 losses. Got a lot of belts on the way there too. Now, if you look here, he's got 3 losses on his record. We're going to ignore the one in the middle. We're looking at Yodpayak Sitsongpinang. Yes, that's his name. This guy has 2 UD wins over Zaynukov. Legit good wins. He schooled him, showed him levels, put on a clinic. Now, there's something interesting about Yodpayak that not a lot of people know. If you're digging through Wikipedia like me and looking at all these fighters, you would know it. But not a lot of people do that. Now, is this next section going to be a lot of MMA math? Certainly. However, Yodpayak was defeated by a current UFC lightweight, a ranked UFC lightweight nonetheless. And in Kenny's video, he basically says that John Pork can hop into the UFC right now and take out every single fighter. I mean, other than, I guess, Arman Tsarukyan and Islam Makhachev, he said he beats everybody. Maybe not Ilia Topuria, but everybody else, which is a little bit ridiculous. I mean, we're jumping the gun. It was an incredible performance. Again, I don't want to downplay him, and I'm excited for his debut. However, I need to share this with you. This is Yodpayak Sitsongpinang versus Rafael Fiziev. Fiziev knocks him out in round 2. A legit knockout against Yodpayak in his prime. Now, this means a lot. Pulling out our calc, we can do some MMA math here. We know that Rafael Fiziev has lost to Mateusz Gamrot. Now, yes, it was an injury, but in the first round, Gamrot was outstriking him. Was it the threat of the takedown? Sure, that's a factor, but it's something we still need to pay attention to. We know Gamrot has lost to the likes of Tsarukyan via robbery. He's lost to Hooker, although that one was close. We know that he's just lost, actually, recently to Charles Oliveira. This happened just a few hours ago. And if we're taking this all into account, we know who this guy loses against and who he actually beats. Now, I'm giving him a lot of credit already. I'm saying that I think he can get in the UFC right now, and with the skill level he's currently at, he would beat the number 15, 14, 13, 12, and 11 guys. That's nothing to scoff at. Mauricio Rufy, Grant Dawson, Benoit Saint Denis, Michael Chandler, and Renato Moicano. Now, I think he would outstrike Rufy, chin Dawson, chin Denis, chin Chandler, and chin Moicano. Now, I know that sounds insane because this guy did not chin the guy in Contender Series. However, listen, Lucas Caldas had an all-time chin performance there. I mean, he took a legendary beating, and he was only dropped at the end of the fight in round 3. I think a lot of these older lightweights don't have a chin like that. I'm just being honest. Grant Dawson got knocked out by Bobby Green. Fluke or not, who is Bobby Green knocking out? It's just not happening. Now, Benoit only got knocked out by Dustin, so maybe that's a stretch. I'll give you that. Maybe he just beats Benoit by decision. But Chandler, Moicano, and Dawson have questionable chins. And Zaynukov training with Islam, I don't think he has to worry about a takedown threat from Dawson, Denis, Chandler, Moicano. And Rufi, I just think he would outstrike, to be honest. I do. Now, that's giving him a lot of credit. Again, as I already said, I think he can beat all these guys. Now, I cannot go farther than that. He has 2 definitive, decisive decision losses to a guy who was knocked out cold by Rafael Fiziev. MMA or not, age or not, fluke or not, anything you want to say, it was so long ago, it was this, it was that. This is what we have to go off right now. I'm using what's available to us, the knowledge we have, okay? Rafael Fiziev beat Yadpayak. Yadpayak schooled Zaynukov twice. He did. So, I think Fiziev beats Zaynukov right now. Now, I'm not saying that Zaynukov could not improve and that, he takes 3, 4, 5 fights maybe and then gets a ranking, fights Fiziev and beats him. I'm just saying right now what we know. What we know right now, of course. But Beneil Dariush. Now, this one's tricky because he could chin Dariush. He could. He definitely could. I just like Dariush's striking. I'm sorry. Striking. I like his grappling. I don't like his striking. The striking here is what's worrying. I like his grappling here. Same with Gamrot. Listen, these two are guys that even if they are kind of victims on the feet, their grappling threat is strong enough to severely bring down the level of Zaynukov's output, power, precision, overall effectiveness on the feet. I do think that. Same with Pimblett. But now Pimblett's sort of in between because we've only seen him beat Chandler. Maybe Pimblett's at an in-between spot. I don't exactly know whether he wins or loses for sure because he's sort of the least proven on this list despite being ranked number 7. I threw him in loses anyway just because I do really like his striking. And not his striking, I keep saying that. He's a grappler, for Christ's sake. I really like his grappling. And he's got a hell of a chin. He's got... what else has he got? Maybe he loses, to be honest. He might lose. I don't know. His striking is pretty bad. It didn't look awful against Chandler, but Chandler's Chandler. He shouldn't even be ranked. Lightweight rankings are kind of in shambles right now. Anyway, let's just move on. Maybe we could throw Pimblett in the wins category. Maybe he beats Pimblett. He definitely doesn't beat Hooker. Hooker had a close enough fight with Gamrot to tell me that Hooker would find a way to make it happen. Now, he'd probably lose a lot of striking exchanges, but he's a dog, man. Come on, it's Dan Hooker. It's Dan Hooker at the end of the day. He's a dog. He's a dog. Justin Gaethje, I hate. I despise Justin Gaethje. I really do. But listen, nothing says MMA math quite like Zaynukov lost to Yadpayak. Yadpayak lost to Fiziev. Fiziev lost twice to Gaethje. Listen, I know the first one was an arguable robbery and the second one was not on ideal circumstances. It's still not enough. I have to say Justin Gaethje beats Zaynukov, even though I think Gaethje's just a caveman when it comes to striking and being technical and being a good fighter. He's really like a Pride FC era guy to me, but I don't know. Maybe there's some intricacies to his game I'm missing. Now, I think Charles does whatever he wants with this guy, to be honest. maybe I'm riding high off of the big win he just got, but listen, I think we can all agree with that. You know, a debuting guy, even if he trains with Islam, who beat Charles, I can't see it right now. Holloway would outstrike him. I think that's clear. It doesn't matter how good Zaynukov's Muay Thai is. It's not going to translate fast enough. Okay, it's already translated beautifully. But whatever advantage he might have had, I don't think he's going to have against Holloway. It just isn't going to happen. Saruki and the wrestling threat's going to be way too big. And then Topuria, of course. Topuria is just a monster. I mean, he's barely even human. This guy's an animal. Anyway, thanks for watching this stupid video. I'm glad you made it to the end. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This video was in good fun, okay? I like Zaynukov. Listen, I'm no Dagestani glazer, okay? I'm not huge on their team or anything. I like Umar, and I like Islam. I do, but, you know, I'm not making this video to glaze or to hate specifically. I just want to be realistic, okay? I'm seeing a lot of both ends of the spectrum. I'm seeing a lot of people hating on him just because, you know, he looks like a troll and he's from the cliffs, so people want to hate on him. And I'm seeing a lot of people glaze him because of those specific things. And, of course, his performance was remarkable. But we need to be realistic here. We have proof of him losing to a guy twice decisively who was destroyed by a current ranked UFC lightweight. That's not something we can ignore. It's not. I don't care if he trains with Islam. We have to take it into account. Anyway, sorry to ramble for so long. Thanks so much for watching this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all the good YouTube stuff. Thank you.